this was actually a pretty good replay, and I wish I could get like full length races off to see if I can configure it to record longer. Let me get lift the cam in here. This was the second race. Oof. You see I'm messing around with the car a little bit. The career races, which is surprisingly intense, with just 6 laps. I didn't really set the car up. I had to set the car up for the last one, but I figured this is a pretty flat track, although a little bit narrow, not super narrow. Like, that's a really wide turn. You got plenty of space there. Actually, there's probably room enough for 3 abreast almost through the whole track, but it gets kind of narrow around a couple turns. Some difficult to overtake spots. A lot of top end work. These cars don't have much. It's only like 200 horsepower. But I'm sure you can tune aero for a little bit more. I might show the last race that I did, because that one I actually had to set the car up a little bit, but I don't know. That one was kind of like an overwhelming victory, because I had a pretty good idea how to set that car up, even though like I've never seen a lot of the settings that were there. I had a pretty good idea what it was talking about, enough to where I set it up, the car just felt right. But I took it on that first race, and it just wasn't hard. It seemed like I was battling for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it was easy, and I put a big, huge gap on the AI. I'm still amazed. Still amazed by how the game looks. Being this old, even with the 2D trees in there, if you set the lighting up right, it looks pretty good. All you really need is like some motion blur, but I know right now I'm kind of topping out the performance of my graphics card in VR. It makes those textures look a little better, a little more natural. Man, except for that. But there's so many things you can do in this game that just make it look absolutely phenomenal that I haven't done. I'll probably try reshade next. I'm gonna try probably installing a second graphics card too, since my CPU is almost never tried by anything. I'm sure my graphics, the second graphics card will probably help. I'm running on a Radeon C600 non-XT. Just wanted to build it for like 1440p. Cool reflections. And tried to set the lighting up to be a little bit more dramatic but natural. Yeah, it performs pretty well, but start to add on the cool effects and all that in VR. Performance is just not great. It's not buttery smooth. Although on games like this, racing games like this, it is pretty much buttery smooth. Yeah, that was a win, but just wanted to Now, if that ain't a screenshot, I don't know what is. Just wanted to showcase. Man, getting into the more fun races. Yeah, the dramatic shadows. I wanted those. Because, you know, in real life, it's like your eyes kind of adjust and see really crazy dramatic shadows, and I wanted that contrast, that pop, some of the color. I wanted the sun to have that glare, but without being like absolutely too crazy. And the skyboxes from the latest update are a lot better, although you really don't see it that much here. It's completely clear, but even those like faint wispy clouds are nice. Very nice. Some strange lighting effects and things are different angles, but that can't be helped. It's an old game. That right there, it's a good angle. But yeah, really enjoying these formula races. This is what I need. Oh, see, just like look at the reflections. They just didn't pop like that. They just didn't pop like that before. And I'm glad that the system can take advantage of that. Yeah. I could keep playing this game. And then when you throw, you know, SRP into the mix, Toko Revival, you know, all that, and the JDM cars and the wannabe street racer stuff, it gets even cooler. Although what I've been seeing is that you can't run the latest CSP mods on their new SRP servers. You can't. I've seen it. It just reverts it back to an earlier version, which makes the visuals honestly kind of suck. They get really pixelated and stuff like that. It's kind of sad. But I guess you wouldn't want a mod with dependency on several other mods, you know, in order for people to have access to it. I guess it's an accessibility thing, but I'm honestly not even worried about the idea of not being able to play with people in this game, as old as it is. If I want to play with other people, I'll just go hop on Gran Turismo when it finally gets ported to PC, because I'm sure it'll happen. And then, or I'll go hop on Forza, but I don't know if I can ever go back to playing Forza Motorsport 8. They just fucked up the launch so bad and put such a bad taste in my mouth. There's no way. That's wild. See, that's 2D, but when it's spinning and when you're driving it, those tires, they look torn up, they look real. Like they look like they got that rubber, that rubbering all over it. Needs to be scraped up. Play with my diopter ring a little bit. That looks even better. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna love freaking throwing more effects on top of it, because like CSP plus reshade is probably insane. Everything I've seen on it looks crazy. The second graphics card will allow me to run some more higher end texture options, probably. And I don't really need ray tracing, but if I do, I'll probably get one of the mid-tier ray tracing cards from that generation, like a 68 or a 6700 XT or 6750 probably, because that's kind of the budget banger, where it's like just below the 6800 XT in performance. It's like barely any difference between 6750 and 6800. You don't really see a big difference until you go to 6900, which I think that's only like a $100 difference, maybe $50, $100 difference, something like that. I could just save up for 6900, but because Lord knows they're not asking for them, you know, right now. They're not in such high demand, but man, I don't think I need to spend that much. I'm not trying to run all the latest games on this system. Not in VR, just stuff like this. Like, look at the detail. Yeah. Just the latest VR stuff, not really a lot of the latest normal non-VR content. Just look at the. I love it. I love it. That's freaking cool. Very cool.